The immortal John Hancock here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Sega. I love Sega. I cover Sega a lot on my channel, and recently SegaSammy's financial report disclosed that they might be looking at some dormant IPs that Sega owns and looking at doing either a remaster, remake, or reboot of something in Sega's past. They kind of talk and disclose a couple names. That doesn't mean they're going to go back and remake some of these franchises, but it's just exciting just to think about it. And in today's video, I'm going to take a look at some franchises that Sega hasn't touched in a while and give you my thoughts about maybe some franchises that they need to go back and revisit and make a new game or make a remaster or make something new. It'd be great for Sega to revisit some of these franchises they haven't touched. You know, I'm thinking about the Streets of Rage 4 game that came out this last year. It was awesome. I loved it. I really like what they did with that game, and I know that they're working with some other companies, and they're taking some of their older franchises and doing some wonderful things. So here we go. Here are my picks for games that they need to go back and make a new game or make a new experience. First up is Altered Beast. Now, I have a great special memory for Altered Beast because it was the pack-in game to my original Sega Genesis. I did get the pack-in with Altered Beast versus Sonic the Hedgehog, and as a game, it's just okay. But when I grew up, it was amazing because I earned it with my own money, and I waited a long time to get it, and I thought the graphics were amazing. Now, so there's actually only 3 games made in the Altered Beast game series. You know, there was the arcade version, and that was ported to several things. Then there was a Game Boy Advance game. Really strange game. I don't know what I think of it. I played it a little bit. It's just a lot different than the original Altered Beast. They definitely tried to make the levels a lot longer. I don't know if it's any better though. And then there was the PS2 Europe and Japanese release only, a 3D Altered Beast. And so that's it. They haven't made a new Altered Beast game since 2005. It's time to go back and make another Altered Beast game or even a remake. I'm all for like a 2D Altered Beast, you know, with an amazing sprite graphics. Oh my goodness, it'd be awesome. Next up is Golden Axe. Now, I'm a huge Golden Axe fan of the original, and I think the original's great. But then playing that sequel, Revenge of Death Adder, oh my goodness, it was so awesome. And it was, you know, a 32-bit. It would be great to get a game like that on a new console. Oh my god, even taking that because that was an arcade exclusive. So definitely Golden Axe is a game series. There's 8 total games made in the franchise. You know, the last one was the ill-fated 360 game, and it just wasn't that good. I think it was mediocre at best, and so I think that they need to go back to the Golden Axe franchise and make a new one, and I think they can do so many things. I personally would keep it 2D as well, but I'm a fan of that 2D sprite artwork. I think it would be wonderful if they keep it. I think of some other franchises that Sega's done, and I think it would be wonderful for them to make a new Golden Axe. I think there'd be a lot of fans that'd be excited to play a new Golden Axe. Come on, make a new Golden Axe. And, you know, there was 3 released on Sega Genesis. The original's still my favorite. Next up is a game series. There's only 2 actual games made, and that's for Knights. That's right, 1996 Sega Saturn classic, Nights into Dreams. And a lot of people who had a Saturn love this game. There was an actual release on PlayStation 2, and then there was a remaster of that. Eventually it came to Steam. The footage that you see is from the Steam release, in which this game was offered free last year when Sega turned 60. There also was a Wii version, Knight's Journey into Dreams, and that was the follow-up. And it was okay. I know there's some fans that like the Wii version, but I do like the original, and definitely we need a new Knights game. And they do mention Knights in the report. Doesn't mean they're going to do something with that, but oh my goodness, I would be super excited to get a new Knights game. I remember playing Outrun in the arcades, and it is a great classic racing game. And you know, racing games have evolved over time, and so, you know, they did make some wonderful Outrun games on the original Xbox. I have one of them, Outrun 2. I know there was Outrun 2006, Coast to Coast. Very expensive Xbox game, but I think a new Outrun would be wonderful to see with the updated graphics, the so many capabilities they could do on an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5, or even just current gen consoles. I think we definitely need a new Outrun. Thinking about Horizon Chase Turbo, for example, is taking kind of that classic Outrun style gameplay and making a very fun game. I think Sega could definitely work with like even a company like that and make an actual new Outrun game. And so I would love to see a new Outrun. What do you think? What's your favorite Outrun? There's about a dozen Outrun games in the franchise over time, and everybody has their favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite. I definitely want to go back and play some of the Xbox Outruns games because a lot of fun. Another dormant franchise Sega hasn't done much with in the last 10 years is Shinobi. It's surprising, I know. Going back to the arcade original, had a lot of fun playing that. It was at a local pizza parlor that I grew up with. And, I've played several of the Shinobi games. There's about a dozen that they've released over the years. And they stopped making them in 2011, where there was a 3DS Shinobi. So there was 3 for the Sega Genesis, the Revenge of Shinobi. That was one I played quite a bit. Then there was Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi. But then there was the awesome Shinobi 3, one of my favorites. It was really good. But Shinobi is a franchise. They've tried to do some different things with Shinobi, and a lot of them work, and some work better than others. There was 2 PS2 games. There was Shinobi, and then kind of the offshoot Nightshade. I have both of those. Pretty good. I don't like them as much as the original Shinobi or even the Sega Genesis ones, which again, I lived in the country growing up, and so I played a lot of console games and rarely went to the arcade. So when I went to the arcades, if Shinobi was there, I definitely played it. But the Sega Genesis Shinobi games were my favorite. I even have Shinobi Legions, which is kind of it's definitely taken a nod from Mortal Kombat graphics. And it's kind of the oddity of the series, in my opinion. Shinobi Legion's pretty good, but I still want to go back, and I would love for them to take that look from the Sega Genesis and kind of up it a bit. Even a 32-bit Shinobi with some pixel art would be amazing. I don't think Shinobi needs to be 3D. I know there's some people that are fans of that PlayStation 2 classic, but for me, it's always going to be a side-scroller. I'd love for them to go back and make a new Shinobi. Definitely make it happen. But that's not it. So those are 5 games that I would personally pick, but there's some others, and I know there's some fans out there that want to see some other things. And I did mention a couple in the financial report. There'll be a link below if you want to read it. It's kind of dry. You go to page 52 if you want to see the games that they mentioned, but a couple that were mentioned. Space Channel 5. I know there's some fans out there that would love to see a new Space Channel 5. I would play it. Rez. The new Rez would be great, especially with the capabilities of VR now, especially with PlayStation 5, especially with the 3D and VR capabilities now. I'd love to see a new Rez. And these other 2 have definitely been mentioned by people and fans of Sega over and over again. Skies of Arcadia. Skies of Arcadia, oh my goodness. I'd love to see a new Skies of Arcadia. I think RPG fans would rejoice seeing a new game, as I think this is a great franchise, has some really cool gameplay mechanics, and I would definitely play another Skies of Arcadia. Surprised they haven't done anything with that. And then definitely a new Jet Set Radio. This is a pack-in for the original Xbox that I had in my collection, and I would love to see a new Jet Set Radio. So those are my picks. What do you think? Those are my picks for franchises Sega needs to revisit. What do you think? Comment below. And as always, thank you for watching my channel. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button and click the bell. As I'm uploading every week, I'm having a lot of fun on my channel, providing lots of different content and discussions. I definitely want to hear your picks that Sega needs to revisit. What dormant IPs do they need to make a new game for, or a re-release, or a remaster? I would love to hear your thoughts. As always, thank you for watching. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you have a great day.